I am marching with you. Can you feel the heartbeat of the world?
I'm Carolyn Harley, and I'm a singer-songwriter and a recording artist now, I have to say. I've been recording my songs for about the last 10 years.
And I'll be singing hallelujah when my train pulls in. Gonna raise my voice up to the sky.
Well, what got me into music was, even as a child, I just seemed to have a creative nature. So even as a little girl, I was making up stories. And then I moved into my teens and I was writing poetry. And then it was into my 20s when suddenly the lyrics started coming with a melody attached to them, which was, I realized the starting of songwriting.
Can you feel the heartbeat of the world?
But I didn't play an instrument. So, but somebody years before had given me a guitar that I'd been carrying around. So I got it out and started to learn to play the guitar. And then once I got started, it was just like this ongoing process so I've been writing since I was in my 20s.
Hear the sound all around.
Well, the reason I call myself a late bloomer, even though, as I said, I've been writing since I was a young mom and taking workshops and working with other musicians and working with other songwriters. It wasn't until I was heading for retirement from being a preschool teacher all those years that I really started focusing on my music. And so that's why I call myself a late bloomer, because the first time I put a band together, I think I was in my 60s. First time I went into the studio, I think I was in my 60s. So that's why I call myself a late bloomer. And now, because I'm retired completely from teaching, I have time, I have the energy, and I have, my old age security that I can just, plunk it into some music projects. So.
Then the sweet sound of music fills the night air, a song my heart needs to hear.
So I call my songs my book of bones, and that is because I feel like I write the bones of the song, and then it's how you flesh it out after that makes the style that can change it. But when I get an idea for a song, I think about what style of music would most suit the telling of that story. So it might be country, might be bluegrass, might be kind of slightly jazzy, or folk, or rockabilly. And so I write in all those different styles, but mostly what motivates it is, what is the story? What is it that I'm trying to get across? And so then I flesh it out to fit those different styles. And I write it also to fit those different styles.
That train that takes me home. I don't need no heavy baggage. I can leave this world just sitting out, waiting at the station when my train pulls in.
I have some heroes that are in their 80s and 90s and that are still singing and performing. I see myself still singing and entertaining in my 10 years from now. I see myself still writing 10 years from now. The whole process of writing and sharing my music and sharing my songs is important to me. So I feel like I'm trying to share my view of the world through my songs and what's important to me. With the pandemic, I had to learn how to put my music up onto social media, which I had never done before.
Hello, Songsmiths. Carolyn Harley here. Hello, I'm Carolyn Harley.
And how to do a Facebook Live show.
There's an old wooden train on the mantle. The colors are faded and worn.
So I did 25 Facebook Live shows, 1 hour, once a week, all original music. And I loved that. And I got to make some new connections with people. And I love that sense of connecting with people. It's never too late to bloom. This is what I'm always saying in my Facebook Live shows, and when I'm on stage, I often say it's just never too late to bloom. I like to model that idea, and I do realize that people watch me and they are inspired. I've had people say that they've decided they're going to take up an instrument or take up photography or, you know, follow some passion that maybe they've left behind or something that they always meant to do and never got around to it. So, you know, I appreciate women our age trying new things and being role models for everybody. Anybody of any age that comes to something later than is usual. So you could be in your teens or 20s or 30s or 40s. I've had people say, oh, I'm a late bloomer. You know, I'm in my 30s and I just got my high school. Or I'm in my 40s and I just got married. You know, like so it's a state of mind. It's an attitude, being a late bloomer, so.
Round and round, round and round. Love is a wheel, it goes round and round. Perfect circle where hope is found. Listen with your heart and you will hear the sound. Love is a wheel, it goes round and round.